beholding God, the secret to transformation. Transformation is my favorite word. I feel such life on it when I just say it. I truly believe that when I speak the word transformation to you, that life is happening and there is movement going on within you. I believe it with everything that is within me, because it has been the pattern of my life as I have beheld the Lord, which behold just means look and see, which I love that, because looking is intentional. Sometimes we can just see something out of our peripheral vision. Is that how you say that word? And it's not that intentional. But looking, we look to see. One of my favorite scriptures is 2 Corinthians 3:18, that basically says, what we behold, we become. And it's in reference to, as we spend time with the Lord, then we begin to become more like him. I mean, we can say that even with friends and colleagues, that there's some people that you pick up the habits, the way the inflection in their voice, or sayings that they say often. Suddenly you find yourself saying those things, whether you want to or not. But the relationship is similar with the Lord, is that when we behold, like the scripture says, to behold the beauty of the Lord, when we are in his presence, we can't help but change. Because in my own experience, as I have beheld the beauty of the Lord, as I have just been exposed to his holiness, then things in my life begin to change. Things in my life begin to shift. Things that I've thought about in the past that were patterns of thought that I thought that I could never, ever change. It was just the way it was. No, the more time that I have spent with the Lord, the more those things began to change and begin to say and do things that even as I've heard his voice over the years, and there's certain ways that he talks to me, I would literally find myself relaying that same tone and that same wording that God spoke to me, speaking it to other people. What we behold, look and see, intentionally look and see, we become. It's so very important. This is where transformation comes from. Transformation, easy for me to say, it can be one of those things where it is intentional. God has given us a specific thing to do, a specific scripture to declare every day that goes against the grain or the rut in our mind, that we are slowly getting out of that. But then there are things when a word from God, and I know we've heard this before, but it is so very true, that one word from God fills us with faith and changes everything in a moment. That is so much about what I'm saying here, is that when we take the time to get God's thoughts on a matter, he will be faithful to give those thoughts to us, because that's just who he is. That's how good he is. That's how much he wants his growth in our life. Matter of fact, he wants us to grow and learn and be and all of these things. He wants those things more than we want it for ourselves. So I just ask you, behold, look and see, spend the time with the Lord. You will be transformed. I know it because it happened to me. I'm not talking about something that I read in a book. No. I actually wrote a book about the experience, but it's not what I read. It's what I experienced. And I just told someone this week is that there are many times in our lives that someone can disagree with us, and they just don't see it our way, and they're trying to convince, or they're what is it? They want us to say it. They want us to see their point of view. That's what I'm saying. But when I've had an experience in a matter, then it doesn't really matter what they say anymore. It doesn't matter that they don't like my experience, because it's my experience and it has been divine. And I know that God worked, and I know that God changed everything. Yeah. Yeah. So I just speak that to you. There is so much power in beholding, looking, and seeing what God has for us. Yeah, it is transformational.